So, welcome back. We still don't know how to do intros.
Yeah. We can do like a beginning of one, like when we start a new LP, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I still don't know how to introduce live streams.
Yeah, I also love how it says Q to press. Where's the Q button on here?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Watch a magic trick.
Oh.
It just changed.
Anyway, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, blind. Blind for camera, not for me.
Yeah, so I think I remember in the last one, Trilo mentioning, you know, he's like, oh yeah, I was going to propose to Regina, but I lost my ring, and then we're like, whoa, you mean this ring? And Trilo's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So now we get to reread Testament. Do you want to just like read this real quick, just to refresh ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I say,
Good evening.
to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Yep, so that's what he said.
Alright, so we're going to go to the beginning and we're going to start pressing
start
on
pressing
things.
on everything.
I think the most important thing here is probably going to be the last statement, and we're going to be like three symbols.
Yeah, because they said it was like the silk hat, the white roses, and the big fucking coat.
Yeah.
That's what Max always wears.
Yeah, but realistically, anyone could wear any of those things.
Yeah.
And act like it's him, because like, you know, they didn't say anything, so it's not like Trilo could be like, oh yeah, like I heard him, like you know, I heard him talking. That'd be like, because you know how in cases the 2 things that they go off of is eyewitness testimony, meaning like, you know, did you like see the person, like who they, like what their face looked like, and the second thing was what they sounded like.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 most like identifiable things, and but we only have like one of those, and if anything, I'm pretty sure Trilo just saw the fucking coat and was like,
yeah, he was like, that's him!
Yeah.
That's the guy! So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. How many eyes? Do you really think someone would have slipped by me?
Yes. 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo.
isn't that always the
Put
case?
this on me. There you go.
Oh wow, the volume
That
went down.
doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night?
Yeah, I saw him coming. Of course it's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the whole entire time.
Because that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina.
Oh, I was thinking if I could like hit the right button, because you know how you can hit like right or left here. Apparently you can't do that when they're like giving you new stuff.
Yeah. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. About what time would you say the events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. Dumber stupidin. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went into the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes, I'm sure you could do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ow! I'm no good at math!
It was 10:10 p.m.
Thanks for so scan.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right. I couldn't do the math myself either.
It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene.
I said good evening to him and he didn't even acknowledge my presence. So you testify that you said good evening to Max that night?
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. Come on, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess.
That's not a Trilo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trilo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of the testimony.
Ben's half of the comedy act. I really want to say that.
Alright, save again, and we can do it. I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure if it's a pro that was interviewing you, ow!
You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Alright, you... Oh.
You should know better.
Ow! What? Oh, that hurts!
That should have set him straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness.
He is no longer straight, Your Honor.
Alright, so let me go
Press it
back.
again, I guess. That's why you said good evening.
Yeah. This part.
Is it a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you even bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers?
Dude, everyone fucking hates Max at the circus. Well, if it was simply just being cordial with a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurt.
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trio would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with evidence?
Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
You're 100% certain about what you just saw?
I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right?
No, I mistake someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols. Those three ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? You're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now.
Why, Rosa?
Thank you very much.
Hi, you didn't have to join in, did you?
Well, it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree, but do we have proof to make something stick?
All we can do is try, right, Nick? We gotta have something that'll prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work.
Alright. He was waiting for Regina. He saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after he was waiting there for about 5 minutes. Wait, he said, hold on. That can't make sense, right? Didn't he say it was?
He said it was 10:10 when you saw Max show up.
Oh. Oh. Acknowledgement presence. That's his hat, his white roses, his cloak.
Yeah.
Okay. Present.
It's not the monkey.
Good meeting to him. Absolutely sure it was him. I saw him at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols. I don't actually know.
You want me to at least point you towards the statement?
Hang on, let me think about this for a
think about
second. So he was waiting that night for Regina. So That's true according to his testimony. Yeah. So this seems fine. But I saw Max in the plaza that night. After I've been waiting there for about 5 minutes.
Do you remember what Phoenix said?
Hang on.
Tell me your thought process.
I don't know. Like,
Do you want me to at least give you like what statement?
Well, I don't want help, but it just seems like it's not obvious at all.
Well, press that statement again. You testified he said good evening to you.
Yeah, he said. Is the whole point that he said good evening and not good night?
No. Answer the second one again. Isn't it a bit strange to you? But you hate so much.
Am I supposed to do the bottle?
Yeah. If you hate Max so much, why would you be nice to him?
That's. I think that's fucking stupid, but whatever.
I mean, why would you be nice to someone after someone clocked you over there with a fucking bottle? That's like me beating you up and then being next to you the next second. You wouldn't be nice back.
Well, yes, I get
Well, I
that.
guess...
It's just like I don't know. From the stuff I've seen from watching like crime shows and whatnot, this doesn't make any sense to be the thing that you fucking object at.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, I guess because like Francisca von Karma said, like, isn't it normal to be nice to your coworkers? Do you have evidence that he shouldn't have been nice to his coworker?
I guess my thought process is just along the lines of like I was trying to figure out a way that puts him in a position where he like actually didn't see Max at the scene.
Gotcha.
Cause that's like how this would fall through. But this part, I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. True. Is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clocked over the head.
I blew up again.
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery?
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and the witness had a huge fight. There was absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just go up and say good evening to his rival.
Ah! Are you saying that this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
That's exactly.
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
He saw the defendant.
What, he saw Max?
Yeah.
You're gonna really? Alright.
No, I'm not actually gonna do it. I think he saw a different person.
It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It is just someone else. That's who he was saying good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
What in the world, you...
Will the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then?
Okay, so my thought process is she's 16, and so she's definitely the... No, I think it's him. Because to me, the only person who would have had access to the like cloak and everything would have been Russell Berry, the ringmaster, because they were negotiating salary and whatnot, and we literally saw Max have his cloak hung up
Yeah.
in the room, so I think it was him.
Good job, buddy. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
Judge. No, Your Honor, it was not Regina.
I'm glad he's thinking along the same lines as me.
What the fuck?
No, I mean, I was gonna say her as a joke too.
Oh, okay. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you got a point there.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
That is... You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Is that correct?
No.
Answer the question, Mr. Quest.
Order. How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
The credibility of this witness is shot. I am going to kill him. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. Problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now.
Silk hat, white cum, penis.
Here we go again. Everyone all together now.
Yeah.
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white penis.
Silk hat and a cloak. Anyone can wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally want to play in this one.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh? God, I wish you used that whip on me.
That's crazy, but true. Your Honor, the prosecution will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. In answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing, that there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
I love recess.
I love recess. Yeah, he actually goes in the back of the courtroom and then plays on the monkey bars and slides.
Yeah, he's like swinging back and forth.
Yeah. You know how like the judges be like, "You two in my chambers immediately." That's where his chambers are. It's like the little like underground bit of the playground.
Yeah.
Alright, Max, you better start fucking talking.
Sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. I was too busy snorting crack with Russell Berry.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room, snorting crack.
And while you're in there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly, he told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Which means...
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Fabulous! That's a fabulously plausible possibility.
Well done, Nick.
Hell yeah, I'm so fucking smart.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Double,
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. A magician or the president?
Honestly, we probably refer Maximilian Galactic as the president right now.
They call me Maximilian Trump.
Let's not. Ooh.
You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool.
Oh, you know what? This reminds me of a interesting thing. I'll stop for my little tangent here real quick. But there's a magician that we saw in Vegas named Shin Lim, and he actually was in a bit of a dilemma himself about what career to go down because he wanted to be a magician, but he also wanted to play the piano. And so he was trying to decide between those two, and
Did you end up doing both?
to a degree, yes, but it's kind of crazy because he has carpal tunnel syndrome, which means that his wrists aren't that great when it comes to doing like repetitive actions, like things like magic or playing the piano. It's things that are very intensive on your hands. And he even tore one of the ligaments in one of his thumbs, and so they told him that like he would never be able to. Number one, he'd never be able to do both, and number two, that he probably couldn't do magic ever again, and he ended up choosing magic. So I guess no matter what career these people want to be, a magician or president or pianist or anything like that, I guess they always choose magic.
Yeah.
But I just thought that it was a cool connection because they bring that up as like a joke in this, but that's actually a real thing that some people have actually like gone through, and plus it's really relevant to me because I literally just saw him.
Yeah, I also feel like there's a lot of comedians that have like had that road before. Like, do I pursue my interest of being a comedian, or do I get a real job and whatnot?
Yeah, it's always along those lines of these things that are sort of like, do you follow your passion and your dreams, or do you kind of do a cop out with the lamer job, but something more secure and whatnot, and it works out for some people. Some people don't fully succeed in their dreams and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that that's an impossibility.
Yeah. Don't give up on your dreams.
Yeah, don't never give up on your dreams, especially Maya's, because she wants to be under waterfalls, and that's all she cares about.
I forgot about that. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper.
Oh, we back.
Do you remember? Holy shit, what happened? Sorry, I was looking at my analytics. I jumped in subscribers all of a sudden.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session.
Alright.
Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
No. I mean, very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
Why did you just call him a pitiful clown? Okay, since we're gonna do a lot of reading, do you want me to take over Von Karma's voice lines? So is it somewhat even?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
You can handle them in this
I will
one.
try. I need practice for the third game. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. He's gonna get whipped.
Did he say in West Clown of Philadelphia or whatever?
Yeah, born and raised on the playground.
Was that a fucking Prince of Bel-Air reference?
I'm so glad you got that. Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish?
What? Oh, yeah.
He made me experience high tide.
Oh, wait, no, when he's depressed, I give him the serious voice.
Yeah, you're like...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. Wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? Sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Oh! Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? Oh!
But a couple clowns rubbed it.
Sorry, makes trouble with my neighbor. Your name.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. I think, isn't the Three Stooges, isn't
One of them called Mo, or?
Isn't one of them Mo and one of them's Curly? What's the other one?
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I don't know. How do I save this tab? I will look it up.
Yeah, look up the Three Stooges, because
Yeah.
I feel like his shtick is kind of like, it's kind of similar to them, because his name's Mo, his last name's Curls, like, which is kind of like Mo and Curly. I can't remember what the other one's name is.
Three Stooges, there's such sick thing.
So there's, Larry.
Yeah, Mo, Larry, and Step. There's Curly.
Yeah, so there's Curly. Oh, so there's a couple of them. I can't remember. So Mo and Curly were always the two, like, really famous ones.
The Mo's brothers, Shep Howard and Larry Fine.
Yeah. Okay, so
Maybe I'll look at his Wikipedia and they'll be like, "Did you know that his name is based off of the Three Stooges?" And then we're like, "Oh my God, Cameron was right."
yeah, look it up real quick. Let's see.
Oh
wait.
shit! Well, I need to make sure we have the thing up so we know what to do.
Yeah.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. that day of the murder, correct?
Yes, yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into...
Without the humor, please. Okay.
Oh, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
And yeah, I'm making some connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may not be able to get the main points of this game, but I'm making the connection that he's.
Yeah, this is like, did you know gaming? Did you know that Mo's character is based off of the Three Stooges? What you witnessed.
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years.
That's crazy.
No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing?
Was this your fucking testimony? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness.
Huh?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts in this case.
Really? You'll really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Oh, thank you, I can't wait.
Poor Gumshoe.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course you can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
Alright, there we go. What you witnessed.
Night of the murder. After practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You had no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though.
It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting.
Oh my lord. My voice.
If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Let me do a little bow. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter.
Almost.
Oh. Thought he was talking. I like the music though.
Yeah. This is Mo's music.
Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
You got it, yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you gotta find some sort of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I will hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay, so this is the game warning you not to press too far on certain things.
Okay.
Or else you will get punished on things. Just as an FYI. They only, like, let you know that, like, before you cross and shit. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You said that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock, that way I can make a great joke. Alright, 8 o'clock.
No! What? They just told you not to fucking do this! Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo?
What do you mean let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around.
Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke.
Maya, didn't you just hear I would be responsible? There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably will laugh. 2, I'll get hit with the penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with the factual testimony?
You're so boring.
Fuck you. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. You were pooped that night?
Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food.
What?
Double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item.
What happened after that, as they say, happens. Oh!
That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days.
Oh, they sure fucking do. The joke was so hip. I don't want to ruin it with the reply.
I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny it just earned you a penalty.
Fuck that. Fuck that bullshit.
That's a good one. Let's not. Alright, I guess don't press the second one.
Fine.
It didn't say anything in the fucking wiki. I would have told you.
Alright,
I guess stick to factual things
yeah, I'll
on
press
here.
this one.
You just happen to glance out the window?
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls.
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue.
I feel like pressing this one.
Okay, go ahead. Exactly why did you look out the window that night?
Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
I mean, that's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday.
Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot. Your Honor, the witness looked out of the window because of a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out the window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I?
That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
It should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside.
I'll press that one.
What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it's kind of sounded like, I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
No, how'd you? No, I was gonna make a joke. Oh, I died.
I guess the sound sounded like suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard.
Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... That was when I saw two silhouettes. They're a bit far away though. Wait. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, you press the thing. Yeah.
There's a ringmaster and he was with Max who was wearing his clothes. I gotta press this one.
You say you saw them clearly, even though you were by your own admission far away?
That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma.
Ah, no shit.
But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night.
Just think about it. How can I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols.
Lawyers nowadays, do you have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone else will be all together now. Let's stay with Uncle Mo.
That's crazy. They follow the fucking puppet, but not Mo.
See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. Must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown.
Aww. Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw and only what he saw?
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clocked the ringmaster over the head. You said you saw the ringmaster get clocked over the head?
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the complete random
Sequitur?
sequitur, thank you. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea.
What do you mean you saw and don't know the weapon?
The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You said you did see everything, didn't you?
Well,
Yeah, I suppose I did.
wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Ah!
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Holy shit, that's fucking half! Isn't this a bit melodramatic? What will you do then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear bias or basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Of course I do.
I got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all about this great reason? Of course I will. The reason is, the witness' very own testimony.
What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
You did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
If Mo is to be believed, he says that he looked out the window upon hearing a sound.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense because the sound would have happened way before that.
Yeah, he would have been dead by the time Mo turned around. But there's no way he would have seen Max clock anyone.
1972.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick.
Thank you. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
Oh, you're back from your jog?
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much?
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. Prosecution claims...
oh, wait. I don't know what the fuck I was saying.
Claims.
Sorry,
I can't make fun of you for that because I fuck up every reading line we say in this game.
prosecution helped me fill in the gaps in my statement.
Von Karma. Tampering witnesses again. Like father, like daughter.
So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep.
He was on permanent vacation, as they say. Oh!
Someone is dead, Mo.
Mr. Curls,
Your Honor.
you did not witness the actual crime, however you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. Ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. If I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn the court etiquette. Got it?
Got it.
Alright, I don't know if the conditions still apply with this.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes? Are you okay?
Sorry, I was like... I was turbo zoned out there for a second.
It's okay. Do you need water?
Yes, I need some water.
Here, you know what's left in this one.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. We had to believe that.
Alright, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, Mr. White. Mr. Red White.
Red, white, and blue.
Commence your cross-examination.
Alright, will do. Silhouette. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. I don't fucking believe you. Why do you think don't you think you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awful firm statement, don't you think?
What, you wanted an awfully loose statement?
What are you getting at?
I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' lives is on the line here. Are you truly 100% certain that it was Max?
I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max, I'm convinced of that.
Doesn't seem like he's jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night?
His uppity symbols.
There's no about it. Especially I saw his uppity symbols.
I'll press it.
Yeah, what? Trilo said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and were wearing them?
Thought that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max.
You're sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap.
You know who's headlong? Ben, because he has a long head.
His silk hat, that black coat, cloak, sorry, they were all there.
Sure.
You're sure that that's what you saw that night?
Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk.
Don't birds have terrible night vision?
But that's not all I saw.
His face was silhouetted, but there's no doubt it was him. You're able to see that kind of detail from your window? There was light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight would have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what's your eyesight like?
I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye.
Our records say that his eyesight is perfect 20/20. That must mean he could see the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was.
His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding?
That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. Must have been something incredibly hard.
Too bad we haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure.
They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report.
Matrio's testimony and now Mo's. It really seems like Max is the killer.
Nick, you gotta find a contradiction in this.
It's not going to be enough.
What?
I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing I could help. I gotta do it. Alright. I think the only way you're gonna get this is by looking at your evidence real quick. I'll tell you right now, the answer is not in profiles.
Well, but the first thing that came to my mind was thinking, like, the statement where he says, his face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that was him. I was like, does anyone actually look like him?
Gotcha.
But, okay, I think that clues me off of this one.
Yeah.
His cloak was fluttering, so I couldn't really see what he's carrying. I don't think, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
I meant to go back.
It's okay.
At least it'll wrap around.
Do a wraparound. A wraparound.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. Picture of the crime scene. So he's wearing the ringmaster's outfit. That's fine.
Yeah. Let me pull it up again. Okay.
So that's his 3 symbols right there.
Yeah. White roses, silk hat, cloak.
Do they actually? They don't show where this crime was.
No, because it's right, like there.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, in that little court in front of Mo's room.
Okay, so Mo could have seen it.
Yeah, because he's on the first floor and everything.
Yeah. All right. No. No. No, I don't think so. No. I'm not sure. No. Yes.
It's not that monkey.
No.
You'll have a chance to present the monkey at some point in this case, but it's not now.
And I don't think it's any of these.
Okay.
So, my suspicions on, like, maybe this? But what statement would that even be in?
Before I saw Max, no doubt about it. I saw those 3, especially his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they're all there.
Maybe? Alright.
You said you saw all of Max's uppity symbols.
I suppose so. The silk hat, the cloak, right?
Well, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. These are the kind of things that are really hard for me to figure out.
You know, I didn't know that they were going like that. I literally thought, because he said a black coat, and when you pulled up the poster, I'm like, that's purple. I was like, that's the contradiction.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that it was because he said a black cloak, silk hat, they were all there, and so I was like, well, that's not all of them.
Yeah, are they gonna argue like, oh, well, the flowers are on the top?
And it makes a point here that it says 3 famous symbols.
Yeah.
That's what kind of clued me into it.
Good job, buddy.
Look how fucking deadpan he looks.
You know I had to do it to him.
Yeah, he's a chill guy.
Yeah, I wish I was a chill guy.
3 symbols.
Yay, everyone get ready, all together now!
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
White roses.
What the?
Who cares if he knew that there was 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. Just forget them. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
You like pie? I love pie. 3.1415.
Silence, fool. You are to spawn with the whole truth, no fractions.
I think all I know is 3.1415259. I think that's like the extent of where I
Wow,
get.
you're a lot better than me. I just know 3.14.
I mean, that's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
Order.
Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said that he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way he would have missed them. They're fucking bright white. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that were the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. I'm surprised it didn't just end with like Phoenix getting whipped there and just went.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. I'll toy with you. I got her on the ropes now. This seemingly insignificant fact that never fails to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with this court, and it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How do you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How would you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup?
Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there was no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Sorry, just laughing at Mo's silhouette.
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this?
Just forget the roses. Think about this other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt he saw the Maximum Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. Seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However,
Yay.
my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
There are no contradictions in his next statement. I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling?
Nick, this is your last chance.
Yeah, no shit, boy. The Silhouette Part 2. Alright, I got it.
There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night.
However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Wright, you got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
Oh, so you're not allowed to press him at all. I only got a single shot at this. I gotta be careful. You might want to save. I understand, Your Honor. 1 chance is all I need. Joke's on you. We're gonna do 5.
I'm gonna try and get in 1 shot.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to press them like at all. So whatever you got, you just throw evidence at a statement.
All right.
Luckily for me, I have the answer in my hand, but
I will try not to rely on it.
yeah. There's no doubt in my mind. There was no white roses that night.
Okay, so it's not this one.
However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that.
Okay, that's fine.
Especially that silk hat. There's no way I would forget seeing the decoration.
Okay, so it does have a decoration on it.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's his hat. Don't worry, it is his hat.
Yeah, I was making sure it matched because he said decorations and I was like, oh,
like-
if Max's had like fucking like I didn't know if he had like card patterns or anything written on it.
Oh, gotcha.
So like
I thought you were about to be like, wait a minute, this is a lighter purple, and throw the hat at him for a second.
No.
He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
And that's the last statement. So
Yep.
it's got to be here. It said he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene, but how would they have found it? Doesn't that mean that it fell off at some point?
You did it, buddy. Congratulations. You're gonna be a great defense attorney.
So that means I present Money the Monkey, right?
God damn it. This one happened to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No question in your mind?
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma, where exactly was this silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the scene of the crime. The crime scene, that means... The silk hat fell off at the scene of the crime. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
No, that's not true. Order, Mr. Curls.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the meaning of all this?
I've never seen the judge do all caps before.
I know.
You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Your lack of bitches, your lack of jokes, your lack of a job, your lack of a family.
He has a family and a job.
Uh,
Also, I want to just
Your lack of a 401k.
Yeah, I just want to point out to the fact that the judge has been so lenient with all these witnesses, except for Mo.
Why does he fucking hate Mo so much?
Dude, we had a ventriloquist, we had a puppet testify, and he was just
We
like
had
fine
a
with it.
parrot fucking testify.
Yeah, we had fucking Meanie Miney up there and everything.
We had the one bitch from the last game who like.
Oh my god, the sandwiches.
The sandwiches and he's literally dealing with the prosecutor whipping him and he's like this clown that's just trying to get his life back together. He's like, fuck this dude individually.
Yeah. Oh my god, what's the other guy's name from the 4th case in the first game? The fucking the old man that ran like a noodle shop out of the fucking fishing boat that he had. He was more insane than Mo, and he didn't get mad at him.
Yeah. Why are you being so mean to me? What'd I do?
Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right?
You don't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory.
They're both great. Seriously, just because you were saying about me doesn't mean, and no matter how, yeah, I won't be.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curl. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a pratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing the dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Well?
What do you want?
You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how do you leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Well, but there's no fucking footprints. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. I think Your Honor was badgering the witness.
That's true.
Yeah. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grrr.
Not a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how do you leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. You just turned around and walked away.
That's what I would expect you to say. You sure that's how it happened?
I said, what?
Oh, I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things.
No shit.
Do you have any proof to counter his story?
Isn't it just the crime scene photo, how there's no footprints?
You got it, buddy. Look at this picture. Look at this photograph.
I didn't even need to ask. I could have just like presented it. I knew that this was the answer.
Yeah, the problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints.
In this picture, we can clearly see the prints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't here.
It's fucking like, it's like the JoJo theme. It's like,
Somehow, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all the witnesses' testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
That's crazy.
Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
Von Karma's gonna fucking whip you, bitch. You'll wait a second. I think you said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Quarles.
Yes?
His testimony you provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just...
It's just what?
It's just, I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and your whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Oh, that's crazy.
Order, I will have order. Francesca Von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have the exact same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
That is wrong. It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Quarles.
Huh. You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste your time with this idiotic drivel. Oh, okay.
Now it's time for our next segment, Monos! Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing a silk hat. That's when I saw he.
This is the truth now, you ready for it? He jumped up and flew through the air. Flew right off and disappeared into the darkness.
That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there is no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why don't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
This is all a dream, right? Actually, I don't think about it. I probably don't even need to save because this is, like, there's no bar or anything,
Yeah.
so it probably doesn't matter what.
Well, I don't know either.
Yeah. I think he's telling the truth.
What he just said is so strange. I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he's telling the truth?
That's what I think.
Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right. Yow! Only a foolish-looking fool would be fooled by such a foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. Also, the part that he's like flying around in during the big top, they have like rigs for that. Like shit all over his body so he can do all that cool shit in the air.
Yeah.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. Criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
He's really questioning this when literally the trial, I mean, I guess it was a couple months ago,
Yeah.
but the trial before this,
psychic one.
literally, there's people being full-blown possessed and full changing their appearance.
Yeah, but this is his line in the sand. He's like flying and fucking.
He's like a magician that's doing a magic trick. That's fucking impossible.
Yeah, get this bombardery out of my courtroom.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
If you disregard the need for proof, Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling this case is in dire need of more investigation.
No shit.
Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries.
Grr.
I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Thanks, Judge.
Thanks, Aji.
Oh yeah, Uji, yeah. Do I have an ingrown hair on my eyebrow too?
Hey, sweeties! What in the world is going on?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I want to know.
They say a criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking you this, but you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy.
Yeah, like I said, it's rigging.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Yeah, so he would, like, even if Max did commit this crime, he would have to have an accomplice for this, because he can't pull his own strings and whatnot.
Yeah.
And no one fucking likes him at the circus besides the ringmaster.
Yeah.
Wow, you just told me a secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule.
I'm sorry, Max. We made you break the magician's creed to never reveal the secret of their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
I don't know. All we can do is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker.
Alright, thanks, Maya. Alright, to be continued.
I will say,
Yeah, what's going on?
even like, though, like, you know, magic's supposed to be not real and whatnot. There's some fucking tricks that I swear magic is real. But,
Yeah.
even though it's not real and, like, there's certain things that go on behind the scenes in order for magic tricks to be, like, to look like they're full-blown real and, like, stuff that, like, shouldn't be possible. When you think about it, the amount of effort and whatnot that goes into just the showmanship for all that stuff, like, you can say, like, that Max is, like, a fraud because like, it's not actual true magic and whatnot, but he still would be a world-class performer.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all the stuff that he does, he'd go on stage in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people and do all these tricks and whatnot and act like this certain way and everything. Like, to be able to do that, that's not just like, no Joe Schmo can do that.
Yeah.
But you have to be a Billy Bob Johns to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But, anyways, I'm curious about what we're going to uncover in this investigation. I think in this investigation, we're going to learn more about these acrobat people. Because they're the only people that I think are missing from this case.
Yeah.
And I think that they might actually have a part to play in here. Because I think that there is a chance that either someone was in that outfit or no one was in that outfit.
You're right about the Three Stooges, by the way.
He's based on?
Yeah, stage name Mo. Mo and Lauren's curls are references to the comedy actor The Three Stooges, who most famously consist of Moe, Larry, and Curly. The English nicknames of Lawrence is Larry, Curls would be referred to as Curly, and Moe is his stage name.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
But-
and also, in the English and Spanish versions, Moe, upon being whipped by Von Karma during his testimony, searched for studying a clown-themed version of the opening sequence and theme song to the 1990 sitcom The French Prince of Bel-Air. This is cut short when he's whipped further by Von Karma and whatnot. And then the other one is the A-Team thing that he was quoting.
Yeah.
There you go. I just wanted that to be known.
Yeah. But anyways, this was a pretty good episode. We found out some things. Obviously, we still don't have quite all the answers, but I think we're getting to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for this investigation.
I'm glad you are.
Yeah.
I hate this case.
I'm enjoying this case genuinely.
Okay, good. I'm surprised you didn't like be like, you're fucking telling me he flew. That's what you're telling me.
Well, I like magic, and,
Yeah.
and that's part of the whole theme of this.
Maybe when we look at the case, like after we get done with the case and we have like all the facts and everything, maybe you'll change your mind. But
Whatever. I'm gonna.
I'm just a hater.
I'm gonna try my best to like it, but thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
yeah.
Bye-bye.